I know I'm not gonna be the first, and I'm probably not even gonna be the last, but as a parent, I'm not ashamed to admit that sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. And I can say that as a father, I'm responsible. I'll take that accountability upon myself. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. But then there's these little seeds, there's these little nuggets that happen throughout, the day or the life or the week or the year, that these little ones end up showing me I must be doing something right. The other day, I was just there and, sitting down, waiting to get Selena to school, waiting to get the littlest to school, the little baby. And I'm like, okay, we were talking, we were doing some back and forth, and then I go over to the couch, I sit down, and I start doing some stuff on my phone. You know what we do in the morning. Come on, now, we kind of tune out still. She ends up saying, Dad, who got all the mud on the floor? You got all the mud on the floor. She starts blaming me. And I say, how do you have proof? It wasn't me. I don't have any mud on my shoes. She said, no, you were the only one that came in today, and it had to be your shoes because it's tracking in. And I'm like, come on. I didn't do this. I didn't do anything. So I'm going back and forth with a 9-year-old. And it's okay. So I'm like, okay, no, I didn't do it. But thank you for bringing it to my attention. And then I go back to my phone, waiting for the time to come up to take her to the bus stop, and I hear this little rustling and bustling. The girl got new mop water and started mopping up the mud, mopping up the little prints on the floor. And I look at her and I say, are you cleaning that up? Did you just went up and cleaned that? You just got up and just started cleaning. She's like, yeah. In fact, I recorded a little bit of it. Here it go, right here. What you in there doing, honey?
Bro.
You cleaning up the mess?
Yes.
Just because you saw it?
Yes.
You know what?
You did it. I know it has to be you.
Oh, you say I did it? And even though you didn't know who did it,
it's
even though you don't know who did it, you decided to just clean it up anyway.
Yes.
Why?
Because you made the mess and you wouldn't clean it.
And I didn't clean it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, boo-hoo. You would have thought that she came home and told me that she was accepted into Harvard or that she won a car at some school event. I don't know, but I was so proud. I was so happy. I was genuinely freaking excited. I'm like, look at you. You took it upon yourself to be like, you know what? I'm not just gonna let the mess be here. She's like, I'm not doing anything. She had a little bit of time and she decided to clean the mess up that she saw on the floor. A lot of the times, as grown-ups, as adults, people don't even clean the mess up that they see sitting around. They avoid it. They look past it. But she said, I'm going to go ahead and get up and clean this mess just because it's there. That's a little glimpse of I must be doing something right, because I always try to reiterate and try to educate them on taking care of things in the moment when you can. Some things you do have to come back to, but some things don't just let it sit. Go ahead and fix it so that it's not a task to be completed later, especially if it's not that big of a deal. So I was just so darn proud of that. And then the other day with my oldest, now she made me proud as heck too. That little girl and her discernment. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about, but it had to do with something in school. And I was like, you know what? How about I come to your school? I want to see how the teachers are going about the curriculum. How are they teaching you? How are they talking to you, communicating to you with this homework? Because she would constantly forget homework as though everybody else ain't turning in the homework. Like, seriously, you forget to turn in? What are you doing when everybody else is handing in? We ain't gonna get there. So I'm like, let me just come in, see what they're doing, and so that I can get a better understanding of what you're experiencing, Katie. She says no. I said, why not? I'm cool. Like, I ain't gonna embarrass, I ain't gonna embarrass you. She's like, no, Dad. I do not need them getting super excited about you being there. And they say, oh, you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, and you're this, and that. I'm like, they ain't even gonna realize it. It's like, no, No. I'm like, hey, wait, you say you don't make friends. That probably might make some interest or bring some interest your way. She said, I don't want them type of friends. And that's what, it made me kind of smile when she said that. I knew where she was getting at, but I just wanted to make sure. So I said, what do you mean you don't want them type of friends? She said, I don't want them fake friends. Elaborate. Says, no, I don't want the people that are gonna be like, ooh, your dad does this and you're on Facebook and you're everywhere in social media and I wanna be your friend. She said she does not want people coming up to her, trying to be her friend just so they can benefit from knowing her and her social media presence, or me and Selena. She said, I want people who can actually want to talk to me and be my friend just because they're interested in me. I must be doing something right. Those moments, those freaking moments, I must be doing something right. Because I ain't gonna lie, for anybody else that y'all know this, as a parent, you go, oh God, you go through a long state of, man, trying to correct. There's a lot of correction, a lot of educating, a lot of failure before success. And you're just like, come on, will you just get it? Will you just get it? And then they show you that they do get it. It might not be around you, and it might not be right in that moment when, we kind of want to see it, but man, when it does show up, those are those moments that you get that little bit of confirmation that you're doing something right. Well, anywho, hey there, mijas. And see you at the finish line. Until next time.
Girl Dad Diaries, come along and see. Every little moment feels like history. Laughing in the sunlight, talking through the night. We're making memories, living life just right.